Well, we are back again. Black screen is gone and we are finally here with Elite. That's gonna be a fun thing to watch. I'm quite looking forward to this. We'll have a little bit of a snack now as I'm slowly but steadily getting very hungry. But yeah, so far, well, or in the beginning of this session, there shouldn't be too much going on anyways. As everyone has, of course, got to complete their first outlet first. And they probably start the session quite a bit of time behind, because I think the host is always a little bit ahead. Red Bull Yeller, yeah man. He has been acquired to the Herbis drivers. I think that's both Goji and Simmons. Ah, that's good. That'll be interesting for sure. Simmons, of course, has been an absolute monster in the qualifying. But recently has had some tough competition, especially by Domi, who joined us last second. Currently on the mediums on an outlap. Okay. So we're good to go. Let's go. Quite a bunch of drivers on their outlaps. I think we're gonna stick with the two Alfa Romeos, who are probably going for some kind of a tow. And then we will probably jump on Yellow. Dry quali and race. Thanks a lot. Wait, what happened to Lewis? What? I want to see that. Where is he? Just standing in the wall there. Yikes, okay. Lewis is gone already, apparently. So that means he's gonna be starting from 17th. Obviously he has the free tire choice then, but I doubt this is worth trade for him. Hey. But yeah, Goji is gonna be the second one to complete the hot lap, as I think Sims is ahead of him. Nonetheless, we're gonna stick with Goji for the remainder of this hot lap, as we have been watching him for the first part of it as well. It's gonna be fairly interesting if he can best his teammates' time. Or if he slots in P2. Apparently he will get the first timed lap, as Simmons was invalidated. Would have been interesting to see a comparison with our Challenger tier boys, but of course they had a intermediate qualifying. Whereas we are looking at dry quali here. 109 by Rage Quit is the time to beat. 109 flat, if I have to mention that. As Harrison with a 109.9. Quite good as well. The rest of those guys are, well, on the low 110s. Yellow quite competitive so far. Coming in from the Challenger tier from last season. We asked him if he wanted to move up here. Yeah. I know. We feel like he was a bit too strong in Challenger, so yeah. From now on, he's driving in Elite, and he's doing quite well in this qualifying so far. Let's see where the other guys can get their times at. Fabian Gaming coming through. In the Ferrari today without teammate, as I think Alex is busy again. And it's looking quite decent. Might be in the 1.9s. Nope. Low 110 is in P5 currently. There are quite a bunch of peeps who have not set a lap time yet. But I think this P5 is not too bad of a time, to be honest. Are there still people on hot laps? I doubt it, to be honest. So let's just jump on Arch. It's gonna be beginning his first timed lap in the near future. Meshik, in the meantime, on the second attempt, blasting out a 109.4 for P2 currently. That is not too bad at all. We're gonna see if Arch can crack the 110 line as well, as his teammate just barely missed out on a 109. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I like short laps time-wise are so interesting because the cars are pretty bunched up, like pretty much at all times. You have less of these big gaps that prevent any battles from happening. I think that's gonna be interesting in the new Bahrain layout as well, as I think it has been. I think the FIA said like 58 seconds would be the lap times there, so yeah. Actually, I think the only ever below 1 minute qualifying time has been set by Niki Lauda on Dijon with a 58 seconds or something. So yeah, we are definitely on one of the shortest tracks in the later stages of the year with the alternate Bahrain layout. We have Arch here, slotting into P3 with a 19.5. Doing quite well so. As... sorry. Ethan just got a 111.8, just... that's a fair bit slower than the rest of the pack at the moment. But yeah, he's coming as a substitute from the Challenger tier for the Mercedes squad, obviously. And yeah, not having the easiest time here. So, Gorando, 110. Pretty much everyone is in that 1 second margin now. Apart from the few guys up on top. Simmons is going for another lap, getting a little bit of a toe of dummy. Sure, he's not gonna be too happy about that, as these two are probably, with Rage Quit together, the closest rivals for that pole position. Rage Quit, to be honest, is doing very, very well in this qualifying as well. He's still a good bit ahead of Meshik, who has been the previous driver's champ. So yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see Domi qualify on soft tires now, as he's going back into the pits though. And Simmons with a 109.017, just slightly quicker than Rage Quit, is in provisional pole right now. P2 couldn't go faster than that 109 mark neither. Wait, what? I wanted... The freak happened there? I want Jack. Yeah, he's going on another attempt as well. It's gonna go through. That looks fairly decent. 109 time as well. As he is slightly behind Arch there for P5. I think he's gonna be looking for another attempt to go past him. Dave should be on a hot lap now, as he is running up to Harishun, who apparently set himself in the wall in the outlap. And it's gonna be Dave through sector 2, looking fairly decent. 0.3 seconds quicker. It's probably gonna be enough for 2 extra positions if you can keep it up through sector 3. I doubt it's gonna be much more unless he just drives an absolute bomb chicane now. To be honest, that wasn't too bad. Running just the perfect amount of wide. And it's P5 actually, as he almost catches his teammate. Oh, those guys are very close together. Not much separating Arch and Dave. And Rage Quit is the first driver to break the 109 mark, being exactly 0.3 seconds ahead of Simmons. And still sitting on pole position. Meshik's getting closer, but, well, his improvement is not enough to actually give him a better position yet. We're jumping on board with Fabian. Ooh, that little tap on the wall might have cost him some time. Not too much, as he's only slightly behind his previous best. Yalimela has improved his time in the meantime to 109.92, as P8 to 10 are divided by not very much time, just a very slim margin. But yeah, we're gonna see Dummy once more. He is already 0.4 seconds ahead of his previous best, obviously, this time driving on this soft compound. Hey Doom, look in the reports. Why shall I look in the reports? I gotta say that I have other things to do right now. Okay, nonetheless. What? There's only goldfish. Oh, Elite's here. Oh, okay. It is Lewis probably showing how he DNF'd himself. I assume there's no other driver involved, as the report was titled "I'm a freaking special ad boy." I know how to pronounce this in a PC fashion. I don't think there's a way. But yeah, we will look at Ethan. I assume he just went straight into the wall. I doubt that I'm gonna be showing this on stream, unfortunately, as I do not know how much time we have between this and the race, and if I have to tap out and make the lobby crash because of that, I would feel pretty bad. And Ethan, the last driver to crack the 111 mark, is now in it with the 110s as well. Gotta say, these times are like, it's looking good, like, competition-wise out here. Very close times up on the top. P8 to P11 pretty much leveled, time-wise, and then we have P7 to P5 almost at the same time as well. And yeah, up on top, the big guys, Rage Quit, is then P1 currently. Simmons and Dummy, as usual, are up there as well, but just a little bit behind. And Meshik is in quite good contention as well, so yeah, it's quite nice to see. It's quite nice to see. Let's head over to Garando, who is on an invalid lap. Where's his teammates? Well, Haas surely are loving themselves those invalid laps. But yeah, he's gonna head on to another one, anyways. To be honest though, I wanna have a look at Jack as well. Okay, never mind. Back to Garando. Remember when Meshik and Jax were the only two good drivers? I mean, it's hard to call them that. I think Dunk was in good competition at some points. Well, when Lewis didn't crash himself out every second race, he was quite good as well. That feels like a long time ago. Hey, it was a long time ago, to be honest. Meshik and Jax, like, battling each other is legitimately like 3 or 4 months ago, as we had the sprint series in between, and then we had, yeah, Dummy joining, Simmons joining in the sprint series, the Renaults joining now, like, yeah, the Ascension guys in Arch and Dave are doing fairly decent up on the top as well. So yeah, I don't know. It feels like a long time ago though. Yeah, the old champions. I mean, if we go back to the ultra old day and we look at Mickey and Storm, to be honest, I think they might have... Like, they might have been matched in the modern competition that we have now with all the high-class drivers. I don't think they would be running away in a fashion like they did back in the Apex days in Season 1. But yeah. I'm quite happy about this. I mean, Goji has had his, well, shorter time, obviously, but he has had his time at the top as well. Doing quite well there to avoid both drivers. Wait, collision with Harashun? Did he hit Harashun? Yikes. Oh, Kadreen. Kadreen is Antonio. He has been signed up as well, and of course we've missed him. And at least he's gonna be driving the race for Williams then, I think. So we will have 18 peeps starting in the race, which is nice. Meshik there on an outlap. Last attempt for him in the near future, as Arch scoots past him on his last hot lap. Goji retiring his car there. Will drop outside of the top 10 with that 5 grid penalty. Harashun is driving another hot lap, to be honest, so might have not picked up any damage there, which would be nice for him, as he has been performing in the qualifying in the past as well. Has set some absolutely amazing and surprising higher positions. Very unfortunate that he slightly cut the corner there. Arch could have improved himself up to P4 at least. But yeah, P4 is where we're jumping right now, as we have Meshik, who still has a chance to grab a P2 with just a slight improvement, maybe even a P1, but then he would have to drive the lap of his life. Yeah, Arch there, retiring his car just ahead of him. Not inflicting any damage on Meshik's lap here at all, which is nice. Oh, corner cut, yikes. It's gonna be rage quit though, currently P1. In the last attempt, Meshik's gonna let him pass. Still one, like, he's a tiny bit faster. Oh my god, okay, that's been it then. No more quickest laps for Rage Quit. Instead we will jump on board with Simmons, who is going through Sector 2 currently, as Garando has retired his car. That's just there as well. Goes through that chicane without corner cutting. And he is a bit faster. I mean, that 0.29 seconds could at least give him the prestigious position of, well, setting a 1:08 lap, even if it might not be enough for pole position, but we're gonna see about that. Oh, the last chicane was fairly clean. I think not much more that he could have done better. And there it is, oh my god, 0.8799. Almost enough for P1, but at least a very good lap to top his qualifying off. Now Dummy is gonna look for a similar improvement. And slightly faster before and goes full risk through that last chicane, hitting the wall. And ultimately worsening his time a slight bit. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I mean, we're done and dusted in this elite qualifying. I don't know what we're waiting on, to be honest. Probably just the time to run out once more. But yeah, we had similar issues in the Challenger tier qualifying. Nonetheless, a fairly competitive qualifying, I think. Basically everyone from P1 to P10 is within 1 second, and well, everyone after that is only 1 second behind as well. I think that is quite what we would wish for in the real F1. I mean, obviously, it might be fairly similar, to be honest, on second look. I mean, the Mercs are just slightly ahead of everyone else, and then we have the field that is pretty bunched up. Really like how close the racing points are together. Basically setting an almost identical lap time there. So yeah, 20 seconds left. Until we jump into the race. It's gonna be super interesting. Currently, I think Domi and Simmons are the leaders in the championship, with Domi being P1 and Simmons in P2. Meshik and Jack, as Herbie has mentioned in the chat previously, are the old gods, if you want. Yeah, both of them have gotten their driver's title in previous seasons. I think Jack won it in season 3 to 4, and Meshik has won it in season... No, actually, Jack has to... I think Jack won it in season 2 and 3, and Meshik has finally taken it in season 4, as he has been brutally denied in season 3, I think, as he has been crashed out in the last race where he only needed a P4 to take the title. That was quite heartbreaking, if you want. But yeah, he is the drivers' champion, of course, as well. And now they are in very harsh competition up on top. Both Rage Quit, Dummy, and, well, Simmons, obviously, are newcomers. Their first regular season they're driving. They have been there for the Sprint Series as well. But yeah, this is the first proper season they're driving. And all of them are super damn fast. Which is super nice to see, to be honest. To have more than 2 guys up on top who can take victories. Also, like, joining these 5 drivers in P6 and 7, the Racing Points with Arch and Dave, have been performing quite incredibly from times to times as well, as I just want to recall to Arch's drive to P4, I think, due to penalties in the end, in Silverstone, where he lost his front wing in lap 3 and managed to pull a 22 lap stint on the hards, gaining positions while doing that, and going to the end with another like damaged front wing in that race. That was quite impressive. So yeah, still waiting on him to replicate a performance like that. And damn, that is some pit stop strategy prediction, I think. I saw a 3-stopper and a 4-stopper there, as suggested strategies. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Also interesting to see in the back, of course. We have quite a bunch of drivers on mediums and D2 Haas's going on hards. So I think medium hard is gonna be a strategy that can be completed for 1-stopper. The usual thing is probably a 2-stopper on soft medium medium, I'd say. I think soft medium soft would be quite the achievement. But yeah, probably that little strategy pop-up is gonna appear again. And yeah, then we will have a closer look at it. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see the start. Canada, of course. First few turns can be deadly, as the first braking zone is a very hard one and it's not too far away from the start. So, yeah, quite dangerous area there to get caught up in whatever. Anyways, it is go time. We will jump to the midfield again somewhere. Let's stick with Jax. And lights out for me and for the players as well. The start has happened. We go wide angle as Domi gets an amazing start. Okay, that was looking weird AF. Oh, Domi with the spin, but can keep it together somehow. And soft medium medium is the strategy, or soft medium hards, the game says. And Arch somehow has gained an incredible amount of positions. I think you avoided that entire collision with the Dummy and went up through the inside for P2. So, Jack and Harashun. Oh my, there's Dunk on you with a spin in the back. I think he has to let everyone through. Dunk and Newf retiring. I assume they crashed into each other. As Dunk spun there. And well, it's quite the typical beginning for Herbie's drivers. The Red Bulls have been suffering from incidents like these in the past. And yeah, we are off to have a virtual safety car immediately. Once Newf has despawned, we will probably return back to racing speed quite soonish. Domi and Rage Quit going into the pits there. I think Domi because he has picked up front wing damage as well. Dunk on you was stationary in the middle of the track, and you fit him apparently. Yeah, I think Dunk was spun in like on-track battle with Harashun or something. They didn't leave enough space, and to be honest, yeah, the racing line was free, but if Newf was going for some kind of a move or something, I think, yeah, he pretty much had no chance to avoid Dunk there. But yeah, Fabian Gaiman Yellamelle in P6 and 7 currently. Good position for Herb's drivers. And Kudreen actually starting dead last. He is the driver for Williams. I think his joining late might have preventing him picking the right team. So, yeah, but he's in P8 currently from starting in P18. So that's quite interesting as well. If we jump to the front, no, we will not watch Meshik as his sound is scuffed. Arch is currently leading in front of Simmons. In the next lap we will have our first share of DRS. Simmons has set a new quickest lap and he's pushing up on Arch. Can you show us fastest lap, please? I think at this point it doesn't make much sense, as basically both of the laps have been somehow inflicted by virtual safety car, but we will switch to that sooner or later in the race, probably in the later stages. If you want some kind of an orientation, the quickest qualifying lap was a 1:8.7 flat. So yeah, if you want to compare that with your times, feel free to do so. I think the slowest qualifying lap was a 1:10.8 or something. Oh, I just arrived. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, we are just getting started now, and well, I think the DRS train is gonna go with Simmons being very close to Arch, going for a move down the inside. Yeah, I want to see where I would rank up in the league. Yeah, yeah, like I don't know. I think P10 has been 1:10 flat in qualifying. And yeah, P18 has been a 1:10.8 or something. P1 with a 1:8.7. But yeah, back to the race, as the qualifying is done and dusted by now, as Simmons has taken the lead again and he is flying away from Arch. Gonna be interesting to see whether Meshik can follow through. or if Arch actually has the potential to remain in this P2. Oh yeah, I gotta love myself some nice F1 car. Yeah, maybe Jack is in it for this as well. And Fabian apparently is pushing up on Harashun as well. That's gonna be interesting for sure. Harashun locking up massively here. Fabian is getting a very decent exit. And I think we might be seeing some overtakes here. As Fabian gets the DRS open. Can he pull out towards the center of the track? He can't. Stays behind Harashun for now. As we see Meshik here. Another attempt with the DRS, but yeah, Arch defends it quite well. I can't go past at all. So who else is in some? We could jump back all the way back to Fabian with the corner cutting penalty. But yeah, jumping back to Mikuhun and Lewis. But yeah, I doubt that this is gonna be too interesting. So let's jump. Oh, probably back to Meshik, to be honest. He's just the closest to Arch, and I think he really has some better pace. And he could go quicker if he just got the move done past Arch. So well, currently people don't seem to get past each other that well in the DRS train. Kudrin is going for a pit stop. Wonder why. Is he getting a new front wing? Yes, it seems to be a new wing. There is an Ethan who has spun and lost a fair share of his front wing as well. In P16, but not causing a safety car here, fortunately. As Fabian Gaming and Yellowmeller are pretty much still at it. Let's jump on board with Fabian here. I wonder when the soft tires go to their knees in a 50% competition. I think 9 tires or something was the length they could 9 laps they could they lasted 9 laps in a 25% race, so I assume like 7-8 would be a good point to stop here. As Meshik, yeah, I'm sorry bro, like finally got past Arch and is now unleashed into the wild. Let's see how well he can do. As yeah, there are still quite a few close battles. Yellowmeller has dropped behind a little bit and is under attack by Ragequit now, who of course didn't have the very best start. No wait, did he? He did have the very best start. He started P1 and stayed P1, but chose to go pit early for the medium tires. That was a bit of a harsh move there, but it worked out without contact, and Yellowmeller is now in P8 as Ragequit is working himself through the field. I mean, he's in a very good spot now. He has to make one stop less, or rather has already made a stop, and he's pretty much on par with everyone else. I think the lead is literally just like 8 seconds away, which is not that much. Jack has gone past Arch, and Arch has gone in the pits, so Meshik and Arch chilling in the pits as Simmons and Jack and Fabian choose to go for another lap. Harashun is coming in as well, double stack for the AlphaTauri. I think Harashun might have lost a little bit of time there, but I'm not entirely sure. Could potentially end well for Fabian Gaming, who has the opportunity to overcut Harashun due to that little miscommunication on the AlphaTauri side. could be interesting. Lewis and Domi are currently in a position where they could potentially battle. But yeah. Rage Quit is approaching Fabian, and I assume Fabian is gonna come into the pits in this very lap. Let's hope that Rage Quit anticipates that and doesn't run into the back of him or something, because Fabian is gonna brake weirdly. Oh, Fabian's gonna go another lap actually. Okay, interesting. Staying out, just as Simmons does, by the way. Simmons is still on track as well. Jack, in the meantime, though, went pitting for the mediums. So, yeah, every single lap that Rage Quit is stuck behind Fabian, of course, helps his competitors. Yeah, Rage Quit still is like 9 seconds ahead of Dummy, and they are on comparable strategies. Now this time, I think, yeah, Rage Quit not having that big of a problem moving past Fabian. And yeah, Fabian is probably gonna take that DRS straight into the pits, because this is likely gonna be the last thing that can benefit him from this battle. Rage Quit is gonna pull away rapidly, as he should have the better pace. Oh, disconnect there by Rage Quit. That is a yikes though. If he's really disconnected. Okay, Fabian probably lost some times going into the pit there. But nonetheless, he's gonna get there without contact or anything. Medium tires on. Let's see where it's gonna come out. Probably behind... yeah, maybe behind Arch. I mean, he has a better way through turn 1. Rage Quit has left the session, yikes. And he's gonna slot in right next to... That was probably Ethan. So P10 currently for him. He's being slightly ahead of Yellowmiller still, but now has lost out to the racing points again. Ooh, let's go here. Yeah, Meshik going past Lewis. Of course, Lewis knows that they are on different strategies. Doesn't put up much of a fight. As there's quite a little bit of a three-way battle going on behind them as well, with Mikuhun, Arch, and Jack. I think Lewis just got overtaken by all three of them, leaving them through. Even though him and Mikuhun are like direct contenders, I think. And yeah, this is a nice group of 5 that will probably show us some fair share of battling. As Arch tries to go past Jack, but he can't. Yeah, Jack is probably... I don't know. Seems to be holding everyone off a little bit there. Oh, there is a spin, and I think that's Ethan in turn 1. And the other Merc is out there as well. Lewis in the wall. And we're looking at a safety car. Lewis absolutely having none of his front wing left. And that is gonna play... Well, into whose cards is this really gonna play? I mean, Simmons can pit and still be in front. Pretty much. Like, it is the dream scenario for him, I'm sure. Garando, of course, can go through the safety car and close up the entire gap behind... Oh, well, in front of him to Kadreen as well. This bunches the field up quite a bit. I mean, ultimately, Fabian Gaming could be profiting from this, as there are quite a bunch of drivers coming into the pits now. And Fabian has just been into the pits previously, so he has fresh tires, can just go through And he's gonna be sitting in P2 if I see that right. So Yellowmele and Fabian Gaming. P2 and 3. Quite the surprise, if you'd ask me. Of course, they might have to make another pit stop while everyone else is switching on the hard compound now. But they are on the mediums, so they can still go a little while. Do probably quite well on the mediums, and then go for a late medium stint where they will have the better tires compared to like everyone else. So yeah, not looking too bad for them. Perhaps surely gonna be quite happy with that, as they should have good chances for points. A little bit of switching back and forth between Rage Quit and Domi here. Rage Quit going for an entirely different strategy, as we have seen him do before. Oh shit. I think we might have some frame drops at the moment. I am getting tagged in Discord. Frame drops should be gone. Yikes. Ah, come on, please, cell phone. Don't leave me alone. Okay, well, safety car it is. Field is probably gonna be bunched up in this very lap. What should Rage Quit do now? Good question, to be honest. Rage Quit has been going for like these strategies where he rather takes another stop on softer compounds than everyone else, and just pushes all out to what? Oh my god, Yellowmele did the Grosjean. Yikes, classical Herbie Drivers move. Spinning out in P3 under the safety car. Ew. But yeah, Rage Quit has been doing strategies where he's taken rather another stop than going for the same option as everyone else, but then pushing all out and trying to drive it home. Safety cars in this lap as anticipated, and that's gonna be interesting. As yeah, Rage Quit has to get past Fabian and Simmons as quick as possible to push all out in the front, as it's gonna be fairly difficult for him to build up a big enough lead to stay ahead. Oh wait, I'm gonna change something there real quick. Ah! Oh my god. No. I did miss the restart, did I? Okay, we are here with the restart. I'm so sorry. I thought I figured why I had these frame drops. But yeah, we are here with the restart, indeed, and Rage Quit has lost quite a bunch, as Simmons and Fabian Gaming stayed in front. Domi is now P3. Sector 1 yellow flag once more, as there is another Merc, and I think that is Inferno Lewis. Has he lost his front wing again? Yes, he has. What I meant is that he's disconnected and he drives against bots. I think... Oh, okay. Yeah, best thing is probably for him then. Ah, that's why he went for softs, because it's a bot. Yeah, probably leave the session and try to rejoin me over, or anyone else over Steam again, and then you can normally take over your bot. If you are deceased. So, yeah. Then it's just a bot currently. Ah, that's such a yikes. He was in such a good position to do well here. But yeah. Well. I think everything's settled pretty much. Lewis is out of the session, of course. And hey, to be honest, Mikuhun came from quite far behind as well. Rage Quit has joined. Ah, there we have it. So yeah, I hope he can still do something in the positions he's in right now, as he has obviously had the big disadvantage of getting a strategy chosen by a bot, and that is usually not good. That might explain how he dropped behind so fast as well, as the AI is on 0 here, to prevent people just leaving and letting the AI drive for themselves. Obviously that is quite harsh to disconnect them, but yeah. Times are completely gone. I do not appreciate that. Nonetheless, I think everything's fairly close and things should be back in line after Simmons crosses the line. So yeah, okay, times are back where they should be. And Simmons is pulling away from Fabian Gaming a little bit, which is mainly bad for Domi, as I think Fabian Gaming will have to go for a stop eventually anyways. But to be honest, Domi is not really that close to Fabian Gaming neither. Fabian is doing a quite good job of running there all alone, with a little bit of a gap to the front and behind. Let's see though. Rage Quit going for a nice move down the inside of Gorando. Can he make it stick? Yeah, with the DRS he certainly can. Goes past Gorando there. And is now chasing after Goji. Slight lock up. But he's still going. Nice perspective, Codemasters. Thanks a lot. And, well, he's gonna get the DRS on Goji as well. Coming into that next straight. But yeah, Goji of course has the DRS by Harashun, so it's gonna be quite hard to make a move here. Nonetheless, Rage Quit with the quicker tires. Oh my! There was contact, but I think Rage Quit caught his car in time. Maybe he's gonna be looking for a switchback here. Tries to go all the way down the outside as the pair of Goji and Harashun was battling on the inside. It's just waiting for contact there to get the opportunity to go past, and that is quite a lot of contact. Harashun getting put in the wall by Rage Quit there. That's just a tad over aggressive, I think. And well. Harashun has to spin around there. Oh, what? Oh, no. Yikes. I think Kudrin might have been crashing into Harashun as he's been waiting on the track there too. Rejoin the race. Oh, that's a little bit of an oof. There would have been a great opportunity for Fabian to pit for Hearts here, maybe. He wouldn't have lost as much time as he would have under a regular pit stop. Nonetheless, well, he didn't pit in the end. And yeah, it stays exactly how it has been. They gotta care, like, virtual safety car ending is absolutely deadly in this game. You are like one little bit in below the delta, or quicker than the delta, and you get a drive-through penalty. And there we have it, Meshik, drive-through penalty, speeding under virtual safety car. Yeah, yikes, cast the Caster's Curse, jinxing it completely for Meshik there, but what can you do? Well, the battle for the top 4 spots is still on. And whilst I think that Mikuhun and Fabian might have to stop again, maybe the hard tires can't go to the end neither. That would be interesting to see. If the hard tire drivers maybe go for the softs as a last stint and the mediums stop for another set of mediums. But yeah, we're gonna see. Domi's really pushing up to Fabian Gaming now, as he has run slightly wide through that Sector 1. And he's certainly gonna get the DRS on Fabian here, who has to push to the absolute maximum. Like, look at him go almost to the wall there in Sector 2. And I think Domi's getting the better exit here. And, well, he is fairly close already. DRS is gonna come up. Fabian moving a little bit to the inside to prevent Domi from going past immediately. I'm fairly sure though. The start-finish straight is so short. But yeah, Domi getting DRS here again would have put him in a decent position to go for an overtake. I think he can go a bit quicker as, well, Fabian's 10 lap old mediums are not necessarily the freshest tires anymore. Ethan said my car died. That has been a while ago. Yikes, I'm not reading the chat in real time apparently. I think let's change things up a little bit. Meshik and Jack here. Jack has new tires and is pushing towards Meshik. Pushing so far indeed that he gets a time penalty for that little corner cut. Rage Quit is setting best times now. I honestly doubt that his mediums should be 12 laps old. I don't know if he stopped and went back on the mediums he already drove, or if this is just a bug. Would be fairly unfortunate if he stopped for the mediums he already drove. That would be like a big yikes. But yeah, Fabian is going to the pits now with the 10 or 11 lap old mediums. Gonna be interesting to see if he is... I'm confused. This should be a fresh pair. I really hope it's a fresh pair of tires. I hope this thing is bugged, to be honest, because if it's not bugged and like both Rage Quit and Fabian are now on like old medium tires, I'm gonna be a bit tilted. Drive-through. Oh, he sped under virtual safety car as well. Yikes. Yeah, that's a bit of a yikes. Okay, so yeah, I think podium positions are out of reach for Fabian Gaming with that. Without a drive-through, I think he may have had the possibility. I think Meshik's gonna go for his drive-through rather sooner than later as well, as you have to do it in the next 3 laps or something. And I think we're advancing that point right now. Meshik decides to keep Jack behind for a little bit longer. But not for too much longer, and I think that will be Meshik coming to the pits on the very next round. So I assume Rage Quit had a drive-through then as well, when he's... to be honest, I don't know. If he's really like setting quickest laps of the session on 14 lap old mediums, we might have to rethink everything. Yeah, Meshik is dropping behind Jack, obviously. Jack has the better tires. Russia tires, better compound. Not much to do there. Interesting is gonna be what Domi can do against Simmons, as they are on equal tires and probably racing each other for the race victory. Well, the Racing Points are in a decent position now as well, as is Mikuhun. I think if Mikuhun stopped for the hard tires there, he would have probably been in a legitimate P3 position now. I think with the medium tires, he might have to stop again. He's collecting another 3-second penalty here as well. As we jump to his teammate, who's now running up on Meshik as well. Garando has been absolutely dominating for a short period in the past as well. I think he has been one of the outstanding Challenger tier drivers. Just like Yellowmiller has been in the races that he could finish this year. And well, Rage Quit is up behind them as well. So we're looking at a bit of a three-way here. And I think Rage Quit is in a good position to go for a move here. Maybe not yet, especially considering that... Oh, when will Meshik pit? He has a drive-through penalty still. He's got to do that. Fabian Gaming now dropping behind all of these guys to go for a new set of mediums to go to the end. And ultimately ends up in P11. Ah, damn. He could have been still in P6 with fresh mediums and a very good chance to chase after the Racing Points and a potential podium. Very unfortunate that he collected the drive-thru on the way and now has to fight to even get into the top 10. However, points for Ferrari would be a first time this season as well, so I assume if he can manage to get in there, he's still gonna be quite happy with the overall performance. And to be honest, his performance was quite good. He could compete with the top, and I think as a driver who has struggled to get points on the recent occasions, or on frequent events, yeah, he's probably gonna be quite happy to see that. This little three-way battle is absolutely gorgeous though, as both Rage Quit and Garando are now past Meshik. And I think Fabian Gaming is closing up behind them as well, as he should be. Obviously, these three guys fighting will cost them time. And actually, I mean, Yellowmel is probably gonna save Dummy there by giving him DRS for this lap. Well, he's not giving him DRS just yet. But yeah, he's gonna get involved in that little P1, P2 battle. And that's surely gonna be interesting. Because if he, Simmons loses too much time getting past Yellow, yeah, Dommy's gonna be right there. To be honest, it's quite interesting to see how Yellow can go with the top. To pace-wise as well, though. He's been in front of them for the past... 3 or 4 laps. So yeah. Sad for him to spin out. Oh my god, under the safety car. And that's a major mistake by Dommy. Oof, throwing away his front wing and probably his best chances at the race. He's gonna be pitting again. Wonder if he's gonna go to the softs or to the mediums. But that is a major yikes. And well. Let's see what Garando can do on Goji. He should still have superior tires. As well, the Haas and the Alfa Romeo look fairly similar in this season, to be honest. Never occurred to me in that way. But yeah. He is very close behind. Can he get a good exit? It seems like he can. He is still absolutely sticking to Goji's rear. And we're gonna see him scoot past with ease, I think. Goes down the inside. Gonna have the inside line for the chicane. The exit, though, is gonna belong to the AlphaTauri, not AlphaTauri. Well, in the end, it's gonna be the AlphaTauri, but I meant the Alfa Romeo. Oh damn! Like, can someone confirm that the stream is not permanently lagging? Because it seems to be dropping some frames every now and then, which I'm very sorry for, but can't really change right now. Well, anyways. Rage Quit's 19 tire, 19 lap mediums is surely gonna be some kind of a bug. What's gonna be interesting is Dummy's fresh soft tire stint though. Yeah. It's gonna be absolutely wild to see him go through potentially. Speaking of absolutely wild, Fabian Gaming. Is probably gonna make a move on Goji. He has the best tires from the back end. Oh, Mikun had to go pitting again. Ah, yeah, obviously, since he has been on the mediums. So yeah, he's gonna come out in P6 currently. Yeah, probably staying ahead of his teammate, and then gonna have a bit of a charge through the field. As Rage Quit still has to defend, not defend, is still attacking Gorando here. Wait a second. I wonder if this is actually doing so much. Try again. I hope this is running a little bit smoother now. If not, I don't know what to do. Rage Quit is going through past Gorando now. And Fabian Gaming and Goji have been swapping positions as well. I wonder when Meshik's gonna come in. Doesn't he have like a drive-through still? Or am I just like mistaken about all this? Oh, Dummy actually caught Dave already. And obviously he's gonna charge through the field to get to Arch. I think Simmons is gonna be out of reach though. Oh, and there is a Rari in the wall. And that is Fabian Gaming. It's gonna be in a lonely P11 now, as he has lost track to the car in front and has to take care of not DNFing. We get another camera angle. Yes, that front wing is pretty much gone. Rage Quit can't really pull away from Gorando here. To be honest, I think we're just gonna sit with Dummy, as he is rapidly approaching Arch. Probably gonna set a few of the fastest laps on the way. Well, this one wasn't one. Maybe the previous one was one. And there we have it. Second gap is there for him. Yep, there's the corner cut. Yeah, very close. I think that short straight might even be enough to make him go past here. And yeah, that was quite easy for him, I assume. As he is pulling away so rapidly. Fresh softs against old hards is no chance at all for Arch to defend this in any way. Fabian Gaming on the soft tire, trying to give it a go for the fastest lap at least, maybe. Gorando is still battling Rage Quit. I wonder if Rage Quit is really driving these 22 laps, or if it's really just a bug. Because if so, that's like absolutely wild. I think it might be because he's not closing up at all towards Jack or anyone. Ooh, little touch on the wall by Gorando there. Hopefully didn't lose too much of his front wing. And let's jump to Mikun actually, as he is approaching Dave, and I think he has a legitimate chance for a podium if he doesn't have too many penalties. Only 5 seconds overall to Arch. Could be doable in 5 laps. As we've seen the difference in speed with Dummy on the fresh softs. Yeah, Mikuhun can similarly easy go past Dave here on the same straight. And yeah, it's 4.5 seconds to Arch now. Okay, wait, Rage Quit's tires are only 14 laps old. I mean, that's still fairly old. But I think that's doable on mediums. I think you can go 17 laps. I mean, he's closing up on Jack as well. Slowly, but steadily. Oh, yikes. Let's not do that. Whoop. Yeah, Garando's still sitting there as well, as I think both him and Rage Quit can go quicker than Jack at the moment. I'm interested to see how far Mikuhun can go though, as he is just eating away time from Arch, and yeah, he's hunting for that podium, has 3 laps left. And yeah. I think we currently see Fabian Gaming getting lapped by Simmons. Do we? Yes, Simmons is approaching Fabian. But yeah, I think Simmons is pretty much out of range. I doubt that Domi can make up 5 seconds per lap. I think he gains like 2 on Simmons every lap. Fabian, yeah, probably not gonna get laps because he has the better tires as well and can just stay ahead and pull ahead. Garanda once more can't really get a move done. Like, he's not getting close enough. Whereas Mikuhun, let's see. I mean, he's certainly gaming as well, but gaining as well. The lead by Arch shrinks down every second. It's really gonna be who has more penalties he has. Yeah, this is a nice place to pick up some good old penalties. 2 laps left. And yeah, it would be interesting to see how much he's gaining exactly. But yeah, in this turn, I think, yeah, that was like 0.1, 0.2 seconds or something with a proper exit. I wonder if we can still reach Arch though, as he only has 2 laps to go and, well, he has to get into striking distance. Well, doesn't have to acquire too many penalties. And ultimately, yeah, still has to get a move done. As Dave will run into some trouble as well, as the pack has closed up on him. All of them with fairly old to medium tires, but he is there with fairly old hard tires. So yeah, interesting to see if he has to defend from a move by Jack as well. As Jack is super close right now. Sorry, getting a little bit, catching a cold here a little bit. It's insane how the weather can go from I'm dying of heat, it's 30 degrees every day, to it's freaking cold out again. Jack going for the move down the inside, and I think he has the DRS to defend on the back straight. Unlike Dave, who doesn't have the DRS to defend and will fall a victim to Rage Quit. As Rage Quit and Jack scoot through and take P5 and 6. Oh, Mikuhun has made it happen now. He has closed up the gap entirely towards Arch and is in striking distance. Back straight is gonna be the way for him to maybe make something happen. And on the closing laps, we might still get some kind of action. I mean, Dommy's never gonna reach Simmons. Simmons is pretty much safely through unless he has like 4 penalties more than Dommy. Then it's gonna get kinda close, but I doubt that this is the case. Mikuhun though, like a good racing line through the hairpin and a very good exit could give him the opportunity to go for one final move. As I think we'll jump on board with him. ERS and overtake is activated. He can go side by side for sure. He's going past. And I think Arch is only left to hope that Mikuhun has acquired enough penalties. Yep. Oh my god, that's quite a bunch. He's gonna drop down so far behind. Yeah, all the way down to P8. Maybe P9, but I think Meshik has some penalties as well. Well, actually no, Meshik almost gains positions up to P5. Due to having almost no penalties, and Mikuhun almost dropping down to P10, Goji just barely behind. And well, it's Simmons, Dommy and Ragequid, the 3 quickest men from the qualifying as well, taken P1 to 3. Ragequid with an incredible comeback, to be honest, to get that P3. And Arch in P4 with a respectable job as well, but missing out on the podium due to penalties. Again, quite unfortunate for him. Drive of the day, Goji, apparently. I think the game usually picks the one making up the most positions during the race. So that's gonna be Goji then. But yeah, Simmons taking yet another race victory, and I think closing the gap to Dommy a little bit there, who only took P2. Only. Ragequid in P3 with another respectable result. Not the first podium, I think, for him. He has been up there quite a bit. And I think these 3 are the peeps to watch for the championship in this very season. Quickest lap in the race by Dommy here, on his late stint on the soft tires, of course. And Ragequid, I think, has no penalty at all, if I see that right. Ragequid and Meshik there coming out big with their, them not having any penalties. So, well, that's been it. Simmons, Dommy, Ragequid, as mentioned, Arch in P4, Grando taking that P5, Meshik due to no penalties up in P6, Jack losing 2 positions to end up in P7, followed by Dave, who lost 1 as well. Mikuhun in the Haas made up quite a bit, and Goji, Fabian Gaming, and Yellamele finish the classified finishes. So yeah, that has been it from us. I got a lot of penalty, but I think my best race so far in the 2020 game. Hey, to be honest, you were quite quick, Miku. It was very nice to look at, and yeah, to be honest, quite a few drivers that I would have wished to see further up. But yeah, it ultimately didn't happen due to some kind of penalties. Nonetheless, I think my game is dead again. But yeah, stream's gonna be ending soon, or rather now, anyways, as we have seen 2 races with quite a bunch of incidents, like streaming wise. I think we had high ping or like frame drops for the majority of the Elite race. Everything went down in a strange way in the first race, in the Challenger race. But yeah, that's been it from me. I hope you enjoy your evening, and have a good night. Bye.